When you are making any projects like YouTube videos, one of the most common advice you hear is consistency. It is really easy to make a YouTube channel or Tumblr account and make a couple of posts, but after a while your motivation usually runs out. With school and hobby-related stuff, it can be really hard to even start. It doesn't matter if your interest is being a good guitar player, being fit, or making YouTube videos in a week, the problem stays the same. How do you stay motivated when creating? One advice that I've heard often is to make your environment inspiring. Make your desk nice and pretty and brew yourself a cup of coffee. Listen to some nice music or go to the internet to look for your favorite artists to find inspiration. If you're a YouTuber, go to YouTube and look some videos. I personally don't recommend this. I only see it as a one way of procrastination. Every second you spend out there seeking motivation is a second away from actually creating the content. Which brings me to the tip number 2. There are days that you just can't find your motivation. But that is okay, because motivation is a feeling. And like all feelings, it comes and goes. You can't have it every day. But that doesn't have to be the end of the world, because we are humans, we are rational beings, and instead of following our feelings, we can choose what we want to do. You can't have motivation every day, but instead, every day you can make the choice that I will work today. The comforting fact is that very often, when you just force yourself to start, the working will be pretty okay after a couple of minutes. Tip number 3, silence. I read somewhere that a good way to motivate yourself is to meditate for 10 minutes. Meditating is a little confusing word, but actually it means that you just do nothing for like 10 or 15 minutes. The source where I read this didn't actually explain why this helps, but my personal guess is regulating the flow of dopamine in your brain. So dopamine is the pleasure substance in your brain. When you play video games or watch YouTube videos, your brain has lots of dopamine. Or when you are doing the dishes or writing an essay, your brain doesn't have dopamine that much. So of course your brain wants to keep on doing these high dopamine tasks like gaming instead of doing the boring tasks. So when you take 10 minutes to meditate, your brain calms down. Your brain gets used to the low level of dopamine, and it's so much easier to start. When your brain gets bored, even doing the boring thing seems intriguing. Tip number 4. Find the things that motivate you and then arrange your tasks to fit them. Stephen Rees has a motivation theory that includes 16 different motivators. We are all different, and some things in the list motivate us more than others. Here you can see the list. It has motivators such as power, independence, curiosity, and so on. Personally, I am motivated by power because I want to make a difference, and curiosity because new things are cool. That's why I arrange my tasks in a way that they spark this motivation in me. Researching and doing a new video about a new topic sparks my curiosity, and I have chosen YouTube and vlogs instead of traditional writing blogs because I have this idealism that technology and videos are the future and no one is reading writing blogs anymore. Which is completely wrong. Blogs are alive and well. Just personally, writing a blog doesn't motivate me. I find it much more boring because it doesn't have the technical and cool side. So I have found out my motivators and chosen my platform and tasks to fit them. Motivation is very important because you make better quality work when you know why you are doing this. Was it YouTube or any other project? You spend much more hours on one video when you're actually motivated. We people have different personalities. Some of us take a long time to start, but when we start, we use lots of hours and dedication to it. And some of us are really impulsive and start stuff with a fast pace. Like me! Find your own motivation. So, those are my tips for finding short-term and long-term motivation. Keep on creating good content